What's up guys, this is Andrew in the night. What's up guys, this is Andrew in the night and this is Android Games News episode 4. First up, we're going to talk about Roboto, which is a new sort of platformy type thing where you run around as a little robot and you can jump and shoot and sort of semi-surf on this board thing. Reminds me a little bit of Ratchet and Clank because you run around and you collect gears and there's robots to kill. And that's pretty much where the resemblance ends, but you sort of run around and it's quite a nice platformer and it has really nice graphics actually, so I suggest you check that one out. Carrying on the robot theme, we have Angry Bots, which is a demo that Unity 3D have released. The graphics on this are truly phenomenal, and if you've got a high-end phone I really suggest you check it out because just the rain effects, the light effects, everything looks awesome. Next up, Gameville have released Colosseum onto the Android market. Really cheap, things like 68p or something, $99, cents. It's the one. This is a game where you pretty much just run around and you beat the crap out of orcs, bigger orcs with shields, skeletons, bigger skeletons and things like that, and you upgrade all your weapons and your armour and it's quite good fun. So if you're a fan of hack and slash with sort of a very small sort of RPG customizable element thrown in, then just try this one out, it's a great time waster. Carrying on the robot theme, we've got Destroy Gunners F, which is a really cool looking 3D run around game where you're a big mech and you have loads and loads of customizable weapons that you can unlock and loads of different sort of bits and pieces that attach to your mech and effectively make it easier to blow the crap out of everything else. The free version is F, and there's also another version but I don't think it works on anyone's phone, so I suggest you search Destroy Gunners F. And then there's the other version, which the name of has slipped my mind, but I'll put it here. And if you download that, it's about £6 or about $10, and that has loads more in it. And I haven't paid for the upgrade yet, but I'm pretty tempted because it's a good looking game. This segment is called Hidden Gem, and we're going to do this each time I do an episode, and it's going to have a game which I think, or well, either that I think or I think that Droid Gamers has also thought and got right. A game that's sort of not had its praises properly sung and that's not been downloaded as many times as it should have been. This week's it is Robocop, which is another mech-based game where you run around and shoot things, but it's got some really nice customizable elements. Run around and shoot people as a big mech, and there's sort of robot spiders and things that you kill, and it's really customizable, and there's loads of weapons, and it's just really good fun really, so check it out. Go support the developer, leave a rating and stuff on its apps, which I think you should always do in the market anyway, because a lot of people don't, and people tend to only do it when they don't like an app, which means a lot of app rating are dragged down. But this is actually really good. Gameloft have also broken the habit of a lifetime and released another game onto the Android market. I know, poppers and stuff. Not the drug, party poppers. This is GT Racing Motor Academy Plus, and it's actually free as well, which I think is a Gameloft first. You can do career modes and you can do an arcade mode, and you basically just drive around and race people, and you can do all the classic stuff like customise your car, paint jobs, which kind of goes into the same category as customising your car. Make it quicker, buy new cars, win races, win money, beat rivals, that sort of thing. In their first foray into Android, Marvel have released Captain America Sentinel of Liberty onto the Android market, and this is actually really cool. It sort of uses a new type of mechanic where it's sort of a 3D platformer crossed with your more sort of classic sort of Gameloft style game. Graphics are pretty decent, so I suggest you have a slightly higher end phone, but that's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan, and the movie's coming out soon. This could be a good way to sort of ready yourself for it if that's what you're into. As a bit of news, the people who make Jetcar Stunts have announced that they're going to be making Jetcar Stunts 2 and they're going to bring it to Android in the foreseeable future. So if you love Jetcar Stunts, I do, it's one of my favourite games on Android, and this is something to look forward to. It's going to have sort of a freestyle trick mode where you can sort of flick around in midair and do tricks, which is really cool, and it'll have all the elements that we know and love in the current version. So if you haven't tried the current version out, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Android Games News. Please hit the subscribe button wherever it is on the new Moonpig. No, not Moonpig. Is it Cosmic Panda? Yeah, whichever version that is if you're using it. If you're using the old one, it's probably about there. Hit that, support me, and also check out droidgamers.com for more gaming news. You can also follow me on Twitter, which will be in the description. Ta-da!